Hey, what's up 5-9 gamers? Welcome back to another video. 2022 is in full effect, and so we thought we would take the opportunity and just let you know or give you a little bit of our thoughts of what we want to see in the game in 2022. Each of our creators will record just their one biggest wish for Dragon Ball Legends in 2022. So without further ado, let's jump in. But make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. And if you enjoy the content, make sure to follow us on Twitter and Twitch to stay up to date. Now let's go. All right, now, so my single biggest wish, something I would love to do that would also make our life as 5-9 gaming content creators much easier. I would love to have a spectator mode. Now, I've talked about this before in one of my own videos, but I'm gonna just recycle content because, you know, reasons. But yeah, joking aside, I would really love a spectator mode for multiple reasons. And for now, this could only just be rolled out in friend battles. I just want, you know, to be able to participate in a way when friends are fighting it out. I would just want to have a look, and somebody actually brought up the idea that you could even switch perspectives, which would be fantastic. So I could be a spectator and I could switch around between, let's say Azdig is fighting Swift, and I start off with Azdig's perspective and I'm like, all right, let's see what card Swift has. Let's see what he's got planning. Why is he floating back there or something? Does he have a blue card? And oh no, he's bluffing. What the hell? So I think that would be super interesting. It would make up for great commentary, also for stuff like the league matches, stuff for our tournaments. It would also make recording much easier because I could just jump in and spectate with my, you know, my buddies. We wouldn't have to switch screens. We wouldn't have to like, okay, now you share your screen. You've seen the last podcast. It takes a little bit of setting up, and all of that would just be alleviated by having a spectator mode. On top of that, I would love it for the tournament scene. I know the competitive scene, you know, it's very, how do I call it, divisive or polarizing. So some people love it, some people don't. But there are lots of people on, I believe, mostly Facebook, but probably also Discord, that do Dragon Ball Legends tournaments. And how cool would it be if you could have a referee just spectate the match and see that there's no funny business going on, so you don't have to do the recording, because some people can't record because their phone is, you know, barely able to run Legends so they can enjoy the game. If they now record as well, either their connection craps out or their phone overheats, all of that stuff. And later on, I think if the connection wouldn't suffer, which I think it would be dope to add it just like, hey, I am open for spectators up to, I don't know, 1, 2, 3. And then if one of my friends that is open to spectators is playing PvP, I could actually watch them. I think that would be fire. And yeah, that is my one big wish for 2022. Talking to you, Toshi. Have a good one.
Yo 5-9, give me what's going on. It is your boy ZVG here, and today I'm going to be talking about what I expect to see from Dragon Ball Legends in 2022. My point really is I expect them to make PvP better, as in the PvP rewards, because I feel that the PvP rewards have been stagnant for like the past 3 years now. I mean, obviously, you know, we get our 1KCC, we get our Z power, and that's pretty much it, and that's been the case for the longest time. I feel like they really need to step up the rewards of PvP and also make the rewards better for players like myself who are grinding to the top ranks, because it makes no sense why the rank 2 player and the rank 10,000 player get the same rewards. It just does not make sense, right? So I feel like they really need to increase the CC, make the CC be 2,000 standard, I feel like, and then for like the top 100 or something, like you get like 2,500 or something, like just have the CC be increasing for each rank you go to encourage people to actually grind PvP, because really all you have to do is get top 10,000 anywhere in the top 10,000 and you get the same rewards. And I feel like that's really holding PvP back a bit, right? And also too, I feel like they can start to introduce, you know, LFZ power possibly. Obviously, you know, there are gonna be cheaters and stuff, but at the same time, right, we can be having cheaters and DCs and whatever else hindering what the potential rewards that the game could give us, right? So I feel like this should start incorporating some LFZ power. Like for top 100, you get 100 LFZ power. That'd be pretty interesting. Also another thing too is like add Hoi Poi to it, or you know, that'd be pretty good as well if you get Hoi Poi from the PvP, because I play PvP a lot, bro. And if I could get Hoi Poi, bro, that'd be great, fantastic. But overall, I just want to see an improvement of the rewards, diversify the rewards, make the players who are getting the top ranks actually feel validated by the rewards. And yeah, that's pretty much what I want to see personally from Dragon Ball Legends in 2022 is better PvP rewards. And yeah, man, this is ZVG, and I pass it on over to the next content creator. ZVG out.
Hey guys, Goresh here, and so for 2022, what I really want to see out of Legends is definitely an update to the battle system, or maybe some slight adjustments to the existing battle system. I don't personally think the existing battle system right now that we have is bad, per se. I just think it's due for an upgrade, right? We've had the same battle system in place for such a long time that to me it feels like you kind of know how the battle is going to progress every single time if you're a seasoned player. And it just feels stale. It feels stagnant. It feels like the meta hasn't really helped that either. But for me, I think the most fun times in this game's history have been when they updated and changed something to do with the battle system, because everyone's trying to figure out how to adjust to the new system, what tactics to take in, and perfect when fighting in PvP. What sort of new techniques and mechanics can you use to your advantage to have an advantage in battle over your opponent. And for me, they release these new characters. They definitely, spice up the game a bit, but a blanket change, like a battle system update, I think would have the most lasting impact on the game. So at some point this year, I'm really, really hoping that they do update the battle system. I think it would just add a layer of freshness to the game that we really didn't see in 2021. I don't believe they actually changed anything about the battle system in 2021, because I think the ability to cover change twice was added in 2020, if I'm not mistaken. But ever since then, they've really not updated the battle system. I'm not asking for like some ridiculous change, like when they added tackle to the game. When they added tackle to the game, that was probably the biggest change they've ever made to the battle system. But some small tweaks here and there. I think for me, the biggest thing is restricting passive play. So if they can figure out a way to do that, I think that would be probably the most ideal thing they could possibly do for the game right now. Make it more interactive, make it more proactive, and just promote a more active play style for PvP in this game. And I think that would just spice things up and make the game a lot more fun to play for everybody. So that's my idea for 2022. We'll see if they deliver on that, but on to the next person.
Yo, what is up guys? Gale right here. It's my turn now to give my biggest wish from Legends in 2022. After returning to the game in the last couple of months, I'm very curious to see where Legends will go from here, and I have a wish from Legends that, people will kind of call me out on this one because we already have tag units and assist units now, especially the former particularly. We'll probably see more of those in the near future, I'd assume. I want to see combo super attacks, or combo animations. Now you might be wondering, what exactly do I mean by combo animations? Well, I mean more so that you can change your ultimate and blue card, or blue card depending on what the unit is, basically, from having a solo unit attacking to 2 units or more attacking effectively. So for example, let's take Super Saiyan 2 Gohan from the Cell fight as an example. Now, in his base form, without a certain unit on the field, he'll just use a Super Kamehameha. But with a Goku as a battle member, you could probably get a Father-Son Kamehameha animation instead. Not probably, you will get a super Father-Son Kamehameha animation instead. I think that'll be a great addition. You could add effects to it. So if, for example, if he uses only Super Kamehameha, he doesn't get anything extra or anything of that sort. But if he uses Father-Son Kamehameha, he gets 10% damage inflicted for 15 timer counts and 50 key restoration after that, something like that. Maybe not to the extreme of like adding damage infliction and restoring key and whatnot, but something a little bit more simpler, nothing too overpowered, I feel, so that people aren't forced to run a Goku alongside that Gohan. Obviously you will on a Son family or something, but still, you get what I mean, right? I think that would be a really cool concept. They could play around with it a lot, affect the main ability, affect the ultimate or blue arts cards, whatever it may be. I'm very curious to see if they will ever do something like that. And you guys probably guessed where I got this inspiration from, and yes, it is from Dokkan's unit Super Attack Sumi. Alright, I think they could learn a lot from Dokkan, and Dokkan can learn a lot from Legends as well. So I'm very curious to see where Legends will go this year. That's my biggest wish from 2022. Let's go to the next content creator and see what he has to say.
Hey guys, D-Free here, and one thing I would love to see is the addition of the Gokus Family tag in the game. Now, the way that I'm gonna pitch this idea is that they just change the pre-existing Son Family tag into Gokus Family, and that would be good. They don't typically do a ton with tags. I mean, some examples that they've done recently was the adding of the event exclusive tag, where they kind of added that or changed characters' the abilities to fit that motif and stuff like that. That will be one idea similar to this, and the reason why this is an important idea is it's not the same thing as Sun Family. The text change does matter. Goku's Family or Goku's Lineage, either one works, but the difference between that is Goku's Family currently in the game is Sun Family, and Sun Family does not include Bardock. Bardock is not a son. It's not son Bardock. I'm sure he's somebody's son, but you get the point. So yeah, like that would only be Grandpa Gohan. That's as far back as we know it goes in the Dragon Ball story. So other than that, what would happen is if you change it, it would be similar to Dokkan, for example, where you'd have characters like an eventual Grandpa Gohan and Guinea and Bardock available on Goku's Family's team or Goku's Lineage, again, either one, and then obviously including Goku's bloodline as well after that. So otherwise, though, I don't know if they would do this, but the idea that I'm pitching, like I said, would be the changing of the current / pre-existing tag that we have in the game of Sun Family. Now, the reason I don't know if they'll do that is because it will require a lot of back-end work in terms of the pre-existing characters in the game. I mean, you think about a character like the Red LF Gohan, who has access to the Sun Family Z ability buff, and also he has things in his unique abilities that buff Sun Family characters. Would you just from then be changing those to say, instead of Sun Family, you just erase that text and that character grouping and add in these other characters and make it change to say Goku's Family? I don't know, but at the bare minimum, they can add this tag in and change the pre-existing tag, and even if they don't change the unique abilities on certain characters that buff specifically Sun Family, right? That would leave Bardock still out, but at the bare minimum, he would still be a part of the team. Now, this is alleviated a bit with the introduction of the leader skill system, but this is still an idea that I think should be in the game at this point. I mean, recently something happened for Vegeta where they added those early Vegeta characters into the actual Vegeta family grouping, which is funny. The idea behind him not being there in the first place was that he didn't quote unquote have a family yet. I mean, like, you know, King Vegeta, Tarble, these are characters we don't even have in the game, I guess. But nonetheless, though, that's why they added him into the game, or into those tags, excuse me. So something similar for Goku and his family would be pretty awesome, and mainly just to save Bardock, because when you look at Bardock, so we just got a new one in the game, he doesn't have a ton of team options. I mean, he has Saiyans and like Team Bardock and maybe Super Saiyan, depending on which one you're looking at, right? It's just, and then there's a Bardock from movies, the other ones are anime original, but like, it's just not great, so I'd like for that to happen.
Yo, this is Jonoku, and today I'm just going to be talking about like what I want for Dragon Ball Legends, just like something I wish they would do. Basically, it was to make Fusion Warrior better, but you know, they gave Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta unique equipment. They gave us Zenkai Super Vegito. They gave us Ultra Super Gogeta. They gave us a bunch of equipment for them. So yeah, I'm fulfilled with that wish. So I'm going to be talking about something else I want in Dragon Ball Legends. Keep in mind, there's a lot of things I can talk about, and the other content creators made great points. There's just a lot of things I can say, but I'm just going to be just talking about one thing, and it's Equipment Awakening. So they made it, you know, just upgrading equipment better. You know, you can do secure upgrade, you can do guaranteed highest lot, you know, things like that, all that stuff. But for Equipment Awakening, oh my god, man, the amount of materials you need, like you need a bunch of equipment just to do one Equipment Awakening, and you need to get the memory, then you need to get the other items while you do, you know, the Equipment Awakening with the memory of the equipment, and it's just like, oh my god, I've been doing so much Equipment Awakening, and I'm just like, this sucks. You know that new Fusion Warrior equipment that came out, the gold one with Vegito Blue, and he's like this? I did like more than 100 Equipment Awakening on that, and I only got like 2 good equipment from just doing 100 Awakening. Like one of them was a gold first slot D equipment. I was like, well, I guess I'll take it because, you know, it's a first gold slot. It's D, but it's still a first gold slot. Then the other one was red, thank god, base critical, but it doesn't matter. But anyway, so I just want them to make Equipment Awakening better, you know, especially with the, you know, the platinum equipment. If you do Equipment Awakening with that, you just need so much souls. It's insane. It's insane. You just need so much souls. With the other equipment, like the gold and silver equipment, it's Equipment Awakening sucks, you know, it sucks. But with the platinum equipment, oh my god, the way they should do Equipment Awakening is kind of like what they did with the you know, the sagas from the movies, for the blue characters, the platinum equipment. They should do it like that, where you just chuck one F equipment and you get the Awakening like that. That's it. Like, it should just be like that. The amount of like equipment you have to get, the amount of souls, it's such a hassle, and they should do something where you can get like a guaranteed high slot on the equipment awakening if you do a certain amount, or you can put other materials in to, you know, get a higher slot or something. Because honestly, I just sit through so much and it's just a bunch of E, D, E, 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 D. Like, just, oh my god, that's my wish, and I'll be passing this on to the next content creator.
The biggest thing I would like to see Legends add this year is definitely just an increase in value in some of these banners. Now, Legends did just have, you know, some of the best banners I think ever in gacha game history, with the, you know, triple Z power, triple rates, you know, banners for Goku and Vegeta, as well as the Sword of Hope Trunks. But I think all throughout 2021, Legends was setting just a horrible banner model of like a legendary finish unit and then like one new EX on a lot of these banners. Evolution Blue Vegeta, Full Power Frieza, a lot of those banners were like that. Legends is a game where the PvE content is honestly not the greatest. The game is definitely driven by the fact that it's a PvP game with a full-on meta. I think Legends has to do a better job in 2022 of sort of having banners that aren't just one new legendary finish sparking, but instead several different new sparkings that can actually push the meta forward, new characters for different teams, not these, you know, just one new sparking per banner. I think just leads to a lot of the staleness of the meta, where people are just running these Zenkai teams, you know, Bardock Super Saiyans and Hybrid Saiyans for months and months and months. It's because new units aren't really coming out. So I think Legends, what they should just do this year is really try and make these banners, like, I think 3 new sparkings on a legendary finish banner does not seem like it should be that tough to do, honestly. And you could, you know, build a variety of different teams to keep the meta from just not feeling as stale. Obviously, characters aren't going to be as good probably as some of these newer, incredible Legends Festival, like legendary finish units and Ultra Gogeta and stuff like that, but they could still have actual good units to diversify the meta and not really let it get to the stale state that it's in.
Alrighty guys, as Akira, I'm going to be telling you guys my personal wish list, or things that I would love to see in 2022 for the future of Dragon Ball Legends, right? So let's go ahead and get right into it. I pretty much just want different game modes, man. Like, if you look at it right here, we're at the basically the PvP screen. We only got 2 playlists, right? It's just raiding match and training battle. And they're not even really playlists necessarily, right? Because there's not different game modes implemented within them. They're just game modes strictly as is, and it's pretty bare bones, right? When you look at other games, other gacha games like Dokkan even, there's multiple events, different types of events, and I know that we have the whole PvE side of Legends, but if I'm being real honest, Legends, it shines in PvP, right? Majority of Legends players do play it for the PvP aspect, so I feel like they should double down on this, capitalize off it, and include more game modes that are going to be like more fun, right? They don't necessarily need to dictate you battling for the top as advertised right here for raiding match, right? You don't need to gain RP in these other game modes, but just give us another option. That way maybe we can go ahead and take it a little bit easier, right? I feel like every other multiplayer game, and granted I know it's unfair to compare it to any other multiplayer game because this is a mobile gacha game, but I would still like to see something implemented like that, and especially because of the fact that they have done it before. So we can actually go ahead and look at the wiki right here for Dragon Ball Legends, right, for in DBZ space actually. And in the past they have implemented something called the Legends Battle Royale, right? They've only done this twice, right? One time for just all units, I think it was, if I remember correctly. I don't know if it was all sparking units only or just all units in general, but they made it come back, and there was an extreme version as well, where you could only use extreme units, and I really did like this. I mean, when did this even come out? It came out like in 2020, I believe, and it was, yeah, so like around 2020 right here, and the rewards were pretty good. There was CC involved, of course. I mean, there's always CC involved with these kinds of things, but even if they were to make a return with the cutoff of CC, like even if they were to bring these back with no CC and they just like increased these rewards and made these a little bit better, I would still be more than happy with that, because we would have something more than just what we have right now, because it feels a little bare bones. I mean, granted, like I know they do stuff to make PvP more fun or make it more variety, but I feel like they should have game modes. Like the perfect example would be that some people don't like the leader slot skill, right? Some people don't like that, and maybe you could have a game mode where the leader slot skill is not a thing, and then you have another game mode where the leader slot skill is a thing. I mean, of course, some of these wouldn't be ranked, where you wouldn't get RP, but you could just have different playlists where, you know, you just have fun modes, right? Just modes that are just different, that give you variety in your gameplay. Like even like a game mode, like I said, where there was another Legends Battle Royale where it was only extreme units. They had even made a whole website that was very disappointing to see, because they announced this. I think they only promoted it like maybe once or twice. We even try to promote it here on the 5-9 Gaming channel. We use these special rules right here to actually be implemented within our Dragon Ball Legends League and stuff videos, right? If you guys have kept up with that, you'll know. But I was really sad to hear that these weren't going to be implemented in game. You literally have to go to this website and essentially like play through this website, right? And one of my favorite ones from here was the summon sealed rule. And so basically you get like a simulator. Like if I were to start this, well, I mean, I would need another player right here, but if I were to start this, you basically get put into like a summon simulator almost, and it'll generate your own character. It'll generate your characters. Like imagine if something like this was implemented in the game, where it like summoned your entire team like at random, like it randomly generated your team. It had no restrictions on it, so even if you didn't have a character, they would still give it to you, and then you went into PvP against someone else that had a random generated team like that. That's something that sounds like so fun to me, and that's like infinite content too. Like I feel like that'd be entertaining to watch, it'd be entertaining to play, and it's just, I feel like the sky is the limit for this kind of thing. And I don't expect them to put like a million game modes in at once, but they could have events where it was just a period of time, like a little cooldown periods in between, where they added at least one fresh game mode, one fresh playlist, where they had some variety in their play, where you can farm some exclusive event rewards. Like they could probably put a title in there, they could probably put some, you know, I don't know, maybe something for Shallot, like little accessories for Shallot or something like that, right? Like because that's what they did with one of these, right? I feel like or well, not, they didn't do it with one of these, but I do remember about the Vegas Showdown. They actually gave an exclusive accessory for Shallot with the Hercule outfit, right? And so I feel like, I don't know, that's what I want to see the most, right? Because I do know that PvP can get a little bland. It can get a little pale, and that's why I love 5-9 Gaming so much, right? Because we do all these other like strange videos, like well, not necessarily strange, but just different, right? Where we had the Strike Clash tournament, we have the league and stuff where we impose special rules, we have the Will of Doom, stuff like that. It spices it up and gives you a fresh new take on Legends as a whole. And you know, when you just go into the actual game, you're actually just grinding it out. There's no other place to really have fun. I mean, you can still have fun, don't get me wrong, I have fun with this game every single day, but it's hard to not go into here, into just this one specific playlist and just be like, I'm gonna go ahead and like have fun. You go into these games and you want to win, you want to sweat, right? You want to like just play your heart out. You're going to want to double rush, triple rush. You want to go do everything in your power to win, whereas these other game modes would give you a little bit more slack on that, would give you a little bit more leeway. So that's what I would like to see. If you have any idea for any other game modes that you would like to see implemented, any type of different like special rules, let me know in the comments down below, because I'm very curious. And you know, maybe someone out there, maybe one of the devs is watching this and they're like, hey, like maybe we should bring something like that back. I would absolutely love that. That is definitely the top thing that I want for my wish list for 2022. Thank you guys for watching. This is gonna go ahead and be the last wish list from me right here, right? And as always, if you guys enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, follow us on all of our social media over on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, all of that good stuff, obviously YouTube. And you know, that being said, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Later.